You're an insurance agent wanting to know, how do I prepare for an insurance sales interview? You found the right video. I'm going to give you 10 questions that are going to never let you down in that interview, as well as giving you some little pro tips on how you can prepare and be polished to shine. And hopefully, this is going to be everything you need. So, friends, let's get ready. First off, you never get a second chance to make a positive and quite powerful first impression. These are some little things that I've seen that'll reduce your chance of making it in that interview. And I'm going to be intentional with you. It's how you hold yourself when you handle that Zoom call, the phone call, or when you're in person. These are some things you need to prepare for. Be polished, friends. Some people, we can only prepare so much, like myself. I got a face made for telesales. You ladies probably don't have that problem. Maybe a couple of you men do. But do your socks match if it's an in-person interview? I kid you not. I've seen people show up for insurance interviews and wow, white sock, black sock, dirt on the shoes. Come on, don't do that to yourself, friends. You got to get yourself polished. Get yourself in a place where you shaved. Get yourself into a place where your shoes and socks are dialed in. They don't have to be perfect. Just get your Sunday best out, whatever that is for you. Just get the dirt off, friends, of your shoes. It's not that hard to be clean. Get yourself into a place where your socks match. Get into your place where the shirt that you're wearing is ironed. All right. Get yourself into a place where you're not wrinkled up and it looks like you rolled out of bed and your hair's a mess. All right. Put a little product in it, little dash of cologne will go far. You ladies, little makeup, little hit of perfume. You may not even need it when you step in the room. All right. You ladies have a better gifting than some of us men do, but you got to get yourself into a place where you're prepared for that powerful and positive first impression. And people do judge you based on your appearance. So before you walk in the room, just make sure you're dialed in. Sunday's best. Men shave, check the nose hairs, the ears hairs, all this kind of stuff, because they're going to look at you as you're sitting down in the waiting area in the Zoom room. Some of those cameras are staring right at your face. And let me tell you, 4K does not lie. So if you got nose hairs or you didn't shave right and you didn't clean your nose or blow it, come on, let's prepare, friends. So I know it may sound silly, but when you first show up to the interview, you got to be prepared to shine versus the other folks that have come in there that can't hold their own. So pretend like you're going on a date. Just wear the best that you have for you, and that's going to be good. But be diligent on what your shoes look like when you step into that Zoom room. Make sure that you're set up. Make sure you've done your hair, that you've prepared. A little dash of cologne, even on a Zoom call, may make you feel better, which will help the interview go better. As you see it, it must be true. So you got to be in a place that you shine like the star that you know that you're capable of becoming. So get ready to get polished, get ready to be prepared. And even in that phone call, be ready to eliminate some of the ums and uhs and all these kinds of things. Don't be afraid to prepare for 2 seconds. But when you're getting ready to interview, these are the 10 intentional questions that you've got to be really careful to take notes, because as much as they're interviewing you, you should be prepared with questions to interview them. They're going to respect this, that you're actually prepared and you've got some questions of your own as well. You're not some mind numbed drone. And be careful of agencies that will hire anybody with a pulse. We are very selective, and we recruit agents nationally as well to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and health insurance, final expense as well. Oh my, face to face and in the telespace, and free resources always for your taking, friends, no matter what work family that you align with. But these 10 questions are going to take you everywhere. Take careful notes, because culture does matter. And if you're going in person, you want to make sure that, first off, number one, the agency that you're looking aligning with has actually made top producers happen? Have they translated success? Have they been intentional about this? Or are they recruiting everybody with a pulse and you're that next casualty? Testimonials are so important. Have they created success stories? Or are they just looking for statistics, butts in the seats? All right. That's not good. So, do they have testimonials? Look at our agent interviews and testimonials, our playlist, and go ahead and watch those from years ago, from now, and see how we've translated their skills. So important. And if you're diving into an interview, Ask for testimonials. Ask for folks that they've trained. Make sure there's a good future instead of all this failure because the industry's tough. 90% of the agents industry wide will fail. You got to know what your future looks like. And your future looks really bleak if they haven't made someone else's life better. So, testimonials, number one of the 10. Number two, in that interview, ask them, am I vested day one? That just means, do I own the business that I'm writing? Because you're writing a lot of life insurance. Don't be sold a dream and lose all your dollars because it wasn't your dollars. It was the company's dollars. So question number two in that interview is, am I vested day one? And listen, is there a vesting schedule? Do I have to stay with this company for 10, 20 years before the renewals and the business is mine? Ask these questions. It's called the vesting schedule. All the agents that partner here, let me tell you, they're vested day one, meaning every piece of business is yours, not the company's. Very important that you get those details. Those details matter because the last thing you want to do is work for a company where you find out that you weren't vested day one and then the business didn't work out with that company. You leave and you became a casualty of not asking this question. Am I vested day one? Very important. After number one, you've vetted your trainer. I've been in this industry over 20 plus years, 2+ decades, and I started off in a captive agency. And guess what? I didn't know to ask this question. Ouch! So I'm trying to save you some pain and increase your chance of having a more profitable play in this highly productive industry, but also an industry that rewards top performers 100%. Those that do are those that get. Number three, and I hope you're liking this video so far, friends, it's, am I captive or am I an independent insurance agent? Am I a captive insurance agent here? Or am I an independent insurance agent? What that means to you is a captive insurance agent can only sell one company or a tiny family of companies. When you first get started, you got to know this because the company that you have may be competitive now, but what about tomorrow when they're not? What about tomorrow when their prices spike? Can you even sell their product anymore? Do you even want to? Maybe you want to sell XYZ company over here, which is a better handshake for your clients. You want to ask this in the sales interview when you first start off in the insurance sales space that you're in. Am I captive or am I in an independent insurance agency here? Am I free to contract with other carriers or am I a place where I can only contract with one tiny company? You got to ask these questions because if you sign on with a captive insurance agency that ends in life, all right, and they only want you to tote their flag, well, what happens in the future when their rates jump? Now you can't sell any other company but theirs. You are in a hole instead of an insurance agent that is free to help make your prospects' lives better than when you found them. You got to look at the future, friends, and you want to ask, am I captive or am I an independent agent with you? Very critical. Now, number four in your questions you're going to ask in the interview is, what does your release policy look like? Is it a starvation-based release policy where I have to stop writing business for 6 months to if things don't work out, or am I free to write through that time? You want to get this on the table early before you take that handshake and say, I do. This is like a date. You want to be diligent about these questions to ask the right things before you put the old ring on the finger and say, I do, and go, oh man, wrong one. Yikes. All right. This is why this question's important. What does the release policy look like? Oh man, I should have gone back to tip number one and checked out the agent interviews and testimonials to know what's taken place here. Culture matters because it's an important thing to know that the business isn't always friendly. All right. The business is frustrating. The business can be chaotic at times. You don't want to become a casualty of crappy culture because you're going to smell like who you surround yourself with. And your trainer is so stinking important. If they haven't trained other top producers, if they're not $1 million roundtable producer like I am and other agents have become, you want to know this in the beginning. And oh, by the way, the minority are those that make it to MDRT, not the majority. So don't let anybody shine you on thinking that somehow the industry is easy. Simple it is, easy it is not. You've got to look at this industry like the glass is half full, but I got to find everything to take it to the top. And that means me having a top producer that can help lift me up instead of being in an environment where I'm in a culture where it's everybody's negative. That's never good, especially when you're brand new. Culture is important, just like having a great marriage can be powerful, or you have someone that's just griping all day long and belittling you. Woo, not a lot of fun either. All right. So ask about the release policy. Number 5 is you want to ask about compensation. You're not W-2, most likely. So you want to ask, am I 1099 in this insurance sales position? Am I a 1099 insurance agent? You want to ask this question. You're not being greedy here. What is my compensation levels as a 1099 life insurance agent? Am I at an XYZ grid, or are they putting you at some 40, 30, 40, 50% grid? You're not being greedy by asking this question. You're trying to get the best handshake with the best training, the best translation of skill set. You want to be vested day one. You want to make sure you're an independent insurance agent. This is your business. You don't want to be doing some other things that I'll share with you. You want to ask about the release policy, but compensation is important. You want to have that data before you say, I do, in this insurance sales interview. Be careful of places that hire everybody with a pulse. Big problem. That's why the industry is so ugly at times. But ask about the grid. You're not being greedy. Do you know what my compensation grid is for life insurance? Can you help me understand? Am I 90%, 100%? What does that look like with you? Am I 40% grid, 30%? You're not being greedy. Understand what the grid is and then go from there. But you want to know how you're going to get paid so that you can have a chance of making profitability in this industry. So compensation, very important. Now, number 6 is big too, because this is a big problem in the industry. You get shined on and you find out that before you're even hired, they want to recruit all your friends, all your family. They want your list of 100 people that you know. Ooh, let's just give it a go. Run for the hills, friends. Any agency that wants you to recruit to move your compensation up is normally an MLM insurance agency. Run as fast as you can, unless you want to recruit everybody and then go to the kitchen table and maybe the Thanksgiving dinner and find out you're not invited. Go home. All right. You go to Christmas and they're like, cut that guy off the list. If you do this to your friends and family, they're not going to appreciate this. So if you're in an agency that says in their interview process that, boy, this is great, get a list of 100 people that you know and go recruit your friends and family, it's going to be just fine, friend. Wink, wink, run. That's not what you want. So any agency that in that process is asking about friends and family, run far away. You probably don't like that if somebody did that to you. Boy, if somebody is doing that to their friends and family, it's not going to be a good day at Thanksgiving or Christmas. And I want you eating good and having a great Christmas coming up. But in the insurance interview, boy, if you smell that, run far. Now, the next thing I want to share with you, number 7, if you're still hanging with me, and if this is helping, can you do me a favor? Hit the like button or comment below, only if it's helping you. Now, number 7 is powerful. Ask about the leads. The leads, the leads, the leads. They're your lifeblood in this industry. If you don't have anybody to talk to, you're going Brokesville. If you don't have a lot of leads, you don't have a lot of possibilities, which decreases your chances of survival. So ask about the leads. Are these exclusive leads? Or are these leads that are provided by your organization? How old are they? Are they 30 days old? Are they 90 days old? Am I getting data? Some insurance agencies goes, oh, we'll give you this endless supply of leads. What you're going to see is it's data. Disconnected numbers, nobody's there, nobody's picking up. It's horrible and it's not going to help your profitability. So ask about the leads, friends. Very important. This is why agent interviews and testimonials are so critical. Go watch them. Go look at my playlist up above at the end of this video and look at this for yourself. In an agency that doesn't have testimonials or an insurance sales interview that doesn't, boy, I want you talking to people that work there. I want you looking at the business with eyes wide open. Don't be a puppy with your eyes shut. It's scary that way. So ask about the leads. Talk to others in the organization if they don't have agent interviews and testimonials. Are the leads exclusive? Are the leads brand new? Are the leads provided by you? You want to know this in the beginning because leads are leverage over you. And in certain organizations, they're going to weaponize the leads, meaning they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we'll give you leads, wink, wink. And then you don't sell for the first week or two. And then they pull back the rug, the leads, and say, well, go talk to friends and family. It's just not working out as much. And now you are heading to Brokesville. So be careful about leads. Make sure that you control the leads. Make sure that the leads are truly and exclusively yours. Not everybody else is touching them. You don't want to feel like you're a dog going for the bone. And you're going to feel like maybe you're a little worried in the chest and butterflies in the stomach. You don't want to have everybody else touching your leads and induce a little bit more panic. So make sure the lead is yours, that it's exclusive. How fresh is it? And you want to make sure other people have found success with that very lead so that you don't feel like you're going sideways in a very simple business. But the lead's very important. Now, number 8 is a big one. If you're going for an in-person insurance sales interview and you're already polished, you're already tight, you're ready for a positive, powerful first impression, you're ready with some of these questions, is you want to ask for maybe a ride along. If you're a face-to-face insurance agent, ask for a ride along. What does it really look like? Because some people may get shined on about how powerful it is to be a face-to-face insurance agent until you're in a house with cockroaches, until you're in a house that's maybe a hoarder's house, or you're in a house that smells like ammonia because of cat pee. I want you to be diligent, friends. If you're a face-to-face insurance agent, I want you to go on a ride along. I've taken so many insurance agents on ride alongs with me in the face-to-face play for life insurance, annuities, boy, goodness, universal life, you name it, Medicare insurance. I take agents with me so they can see what it truthfully looks like. Is this for them? And you want somebody to be there for you. And if you're in an in-person interview and you ask for a ride along and they really don't give you the right answers, my friends, run, because they should be very happy to have you with them so that you can truly see what's going on. If they've got an office there, I want you to go to the office before you sign anything with them. Go to the office and actually watch them set appointments if they're a face-to-face insurance agency. Rub shoulders, take somebody out to lunch. Understand with eyes wide open, what does this organization and their culture truthfully look like? Especially if they don't have agent interviews and testimonials. Look through the smoke, and I want you to see what the business is truly look liking. And you may stumble over your own tongue, just like I just did. It's okay. Stand tall, friends. We're all human, right? But get yourself into a position where you see what the business is truthfully going to look like so that you can find the best match for you. And you hopefully will find a work family that becomes your home. But culture matters after the ride along. Now, number 9 is more important than you may know. I want you to focus on this question and says, is there a non-solicitation clause with your agency? Meaning that if you ever left that agency because it didn't work out, can I still control and handle and help these clients? If you're with a captive organization that maybe is overpriced and it doesn't give a lot of death benefit, and then now you found out, oh, I didn't want to sell that product because I didn't know any better, and I'm going to jump to this other agency and sell real products with independent companies that may be a better fit for my client's wallet, right? Very important. You're doing what's in the best interest of the client. Ask, what does your non-solicitation agreement look like? Are the clients mine? That's important. Ask if there is one or not. Certain organizations say, if you sold your mama, guess what? Those clients are ours, not yours, because you're not vested day one. Back to tip number 2, but you can't solicit her any piece of business for 2 years. You want to know this. Is there a non-solicitation agreement? Very critical. Now, number 10 is, I hope, powerful for you. I want you to, if you've asked these questions and you're like, I like my comp, I like my trainer, I like the agency, I've vetted the agency, the person's done it over 20 plus years, like Jason at jasonfinalexpense.com has. They've helped agents become MDRT producers. I get it. It's going to probably be the minority of the agents, but there's people that have maximized their ability and license. They're training at the top of the license. I want to take this handshake. Then number 10, friends, commit. Commit to that agency. Once you've vetted them and maybe talk to another agency like ours to see if they line up. What do you like the best? What's the best culture for you? What's the compensation look like? Am I vested? Know these things, but be polished, be prepared, and they're going to be impressed by your intentional questions as they're asking you about yourself. You're going to ask them about their agency to make sure that you are aligned and ready for everything that this industry can bring to you because you brought the best of yourself to that insurance sales interview. You were sharp, you were dressed to impress, but you were dialed in with the right questions so that you can get the right answers and actualize everything. I hope this helps you, friends. If we can do anything to support you, jasonfinalexpense.com. I wish you the best in your future, and we do recruit agents nationally as well. So don't be shy in asking any questions down below or reach out on our website. We will help you no matter what work family you align with. I believe in you. I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing day in your success journey. And oh, by the way, thank you to my subscribers as well. I appreciate you more than you may know. Enjoy these videos above that may bless you. Have a powerful day. We'll see you soon.